and then we'll get rocking and rolling. All right, it's saying we're live. So we're live on YouTube. I want to say welcome to all the folks that are live on YouTube. Welcome to all the folks that are live on Zoom. If you're watching the recording, drop and if you have any questions, drop them into the Q&A or drop them into the comments below. I don't have the link on YouTube, but if you want more information about the program, I'll show you a funnel. You can drop your email. There's a video series that gets way more in depth. Oh, you know what? Let me record this. Way more in depth than what I'm going to get into in this tonight. Okay, welcome Team Gang friends. Vin here. Tonight we're going to speak about an AI crypto trading project program that I think is really cool, really simple. There's a few reasons why I'm doing this Zoom. I'm live streaming over to YouTube. I'm recording on Zoom. I want to say welcome to all the guests that are on Zoom. I want to say welcome to all the folks that are watching the replay. If someone's sharing this with you, they think enough of you to share this information with you. To put it into context, I just want to share quick background on myself. It's not for me, it's to put it into context. Like put yourself in that position. You're probably like me, most people are working class, 40, 50, 60 hours a week. I did that for 25 years. Beautiful family, the whole bit, right? I was a civil servant. I'm retired. 10 years ago, I wanted to get into online marketing. I had been involved in mortgage business also after I retired. And actually, while I was still working, I was in the mortgage business. I got involved with online business, network marketing, affiliate marketing, different types of businesses like that. When I moved out of New York, my name's Vin from New York, go figure. Right? When I moved out of New York, we moved my family out, and not for any reason, but we wanted to relocate. And I wanted to learn about how to build businesses online because I really didn't want to work another 40, 50, 60 hours a week. Nothing wrong with that. You're never going to hear from me, quit the job, just over broke, working for someone else. I wanted to have something that I could do part-time that can make additional income, potentially full-time income, but do it part-time. I want to leverage the internet. So I started looking at a lot of programs. Now, in 2025, over the years, I've been hit up with a lot of different crypto programs, and I've been apprehensive because of the stigmas that go with cryptocurrency, the scam, the pyramid, the Ponzi scheme, the rug pulls, all the things. And that goes with pretty much every industry, whether it's banking, real estate, mortgage, fitness, finance, anything. But it's prevalent in network marketing, affiliate marketing, and in cryptocurrency. So I I didn't really get involved over the years. A couple little things here and there, but nothing much. I never really owned cryptocurrency. Tonight, you're not going to hear about blockchain or crypto wallets. We're not going to get an education on cryptocurrency. If you want more information, like really know the ins and outs of this program or anything, I will share with you where you can watch. Even tonight, in a little while, there's a full on hour-long presentation. We're going to probably be hopefully 15, 20 minutes here, in and out like a fiddler's elbow. My mother, rest in peace, used to say that, in and out like a fiddler's elbow. And so, but in 2025, I finally got started in the crypto space. And the reason I did that was because I mean, it's not even a matter of opinion anymore. The world's gone digital. Crypto's a big deal now. You have governments and banks and corporations all in on cryptocurrency. You have Wells Fargo and other banking putting ATM machines with crypto. And so cryptocurrency is something that I wanted to get involved with. Unfortunately, I don't have $5 million in Bitcoin. But when you look at, by the way, if you have any questions, throw them into the Q&A. When you look at the returns on crypto potentially, right? If you look at Ethereum, right, as a cryptocurrency, if you put $1,000 into Ethereum, not even Bitcoin, but $1,000 into Ethereum in 2014, it would now be worth $10 million. Like if it was worth $10,000, that would be like a big return. 100,000, even a million, but like 10 million. And so those types of disproportionate returns and the train's been passing me by for years in Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano and Dogecoin and Litecoin and all these different things and so many others that I said I want to get involved in this space. I'm 55. I'm not an old guy, but I'm not like 25. And so I said, let me diversify into this space in 2025. And look, I've had an incredible year in 2025 in the crypto space because people are interested. The reason so many people, I think, are interested in diversifying into crypto. They're interested in AI, they're interested in social media, they're interested in different projects that you can like blend into your busy life is because of what's going on in the world. The world's nuts. I mean, I'm not even gonna get into it. Like, are we in World War III yet or not? Like, it's just insane. I have kids, I have family. It's like, then you look at the price of food, clothing, shelter, energy, insurance, and there's baby boomers that are saying, "Can I like really retire?" Generation X, we're right behind them, saying, "I don't know if I can either." And like, I'm not saying to retire and like sit on a rocking chair and be rich, but I'm saying have enough to have less stress. Whether you want to pay off credit cards, student loans, you want to pay up a mortgage, you want to buy a second home, you want to just be comfortable, whatever it may be, having more options is a big deal to me, my family, and to many families. So a lot of people on this, they're feeling the same thing, right? Particularly working class Americans. Not everyone's like in need of more money, right? I wanted more. I wanted more options. It's not even the money. It's what can we do with the money? What can that do for the family, right? So that's why I got started. And that's why I think and the reason we had such a success in 2025 is because the demands are so high. Like if you speak about whether it's crypto mining, crypto nodes, AI trading, what we're going to speak about tonight, people are interested. They want, believe me, I'm telling you, they want to know. So this is why it's been easy. I'm going to say the dog, of course. Is someone in there? Can you let the dog out? Can you hold on a second? They're like children. Hold on a second. Go, go. And I wonder why my mother, rest in peace, she gets so annoyed when she'd be on the phone and we'd be like, she'd be so mad. I was like, why is she so mad? Whatever, it's like the children, the dogs. Anyway, the demand is super high. And if the value is high, then you got something. So I continued my interest in this space of cryptocurrency. Now, I'm not a crypto expert, like far from it. I still can't. If you have a question about how blockchain works, like go ask someone else. There's no way, and people that know me from this space, they know. Don't even ask Vin about how to set up wallets and stuff. It's just not my thing. I'm just not interested in it. I was never interested in my 401k. Hey, what's my 401k in? What do I get my IRA in? I just wanted the results. And that's what I'm going to share with you tonight. I'm going to try to be as quick as possible. I know I'm going on and on here a little bit. So I continue to diversify into different projects in 2026. Okay, there's some AI trading projects, there's node projects, crypto mining projects. So not a lot. What I'm going to share with you right now is $100 to get started. So isn't it good to hear that in the beginning of a presentation? Like, how much is it? Do I have to wait? No, you can get started for 100, actually $112, and I'll show you why. So that's what I did. Friend of mine reached out to me and says, Vin, you got to see this program. I says, look, how much? He says, $112. I said, I'm in. I didn't give a whole song and dance. Like, I got to do my research. I got to talk to my wife. I said, I'm in. What's it like to me? And I'm a retired, look, I was a New York City firefighter. I understand what risk is, like actual risk. To me, $112 to start a program. I wasn't like, oh my God, what's going to happen to me? So, and I wasn't going to tell anybody about it. And that's what I'm sharing with you. So if someone, if a friend of yours invited you, you may want to try it for $112. Try out the software. That's what I did. And of all the programs that I'm diversified into now, this program is one I feel comfortable speaking to people about. Okay, that's why I'm doing a Zoom about it. Why? First of all, it's very simple. It's it's like set it and forget it. That's first of all. Simple. It's only $112. And when I say that, I'm not looking to downplay it, like because this could be like when you look at the disproportionate returns here compared to a 401k, it's off the charts. And so it's simple, it's $100. There's no VPN. If you know what that means, to use some of these crypto programs, you need like a third-party software for overseas trading and stuff. You don't need any of that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you don't need that here. Another thing they have, if you want to learn more about, they have a third-party insurance, like an asset protection program. What that means, if something happens, if there's a rug pull or something, someone, for some reason takes off with people's money, because that happens in the real world and in anything, right? And so your assets are protected, right? Uh, so there's that. If you want to learn more about that, you can learn so much more about that watching another Zoom and watching other videos about it. But I like that. I like that it's real-time trading. The word transparency is like way overused, but it's a very transparent program. We're able to see the live trades. We're able to compare it to a Binance account. It's very open. And really, this is not a trading bot. This is an AI software. That's all it is. And the program we're sharing is just software. Okay, so let me jump into it, and we're going to do this as quick as I can. All right. Now, the program is called Polar Tensor. Now, I don't know why it's called that, to be honest with you. Polar Tensor, that's the name of the program. That's the name of the algorithmic trading. Now, before I get into it, there's always a risk disclaimer. The crypto market involves significant risks and may not be suitable for all individuals. The value of cryptocurrencies can be highly volatile and may fluctuate rapidly. This disclaimer is, listen, take a screenshot of this. I'm not going to sit here and read this whole thing all night to you people. I'm just going to say this. The person that invited you is probably not a financial planner. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not a financial expert. I'm not giving financial advice. There's no guarantees in income. Past results do not dictate future results. If you think that like you can predict the weather, what it's going to be in like July 15th through July 21st, then I don't know what to tell you, right? There's risk in this world, and that's the way it is. I think all bets or anything can happen. We live in a country, and this isn't even political, but like the up is down, down is up, left is right, right is left. The world's nuts. So it's like every day something new is crazy. So anything can happen at any given time. Fair enough. Don't hold it to the person that invited you. If it doesn't work out for you, or if you're not interested, you know what I'm saying? Like it's up to you. I think we're all big kids. We have to take responsibility. There's too much blame in this world as it is. People blaming, oh, this person did that, or these people did. Just we got to be big kids and make our own decisions. Fair enough. Can we all do that? If you're watching live, can you drop a one in the comments if you think like that's a good policy? Take responsibility for yourself. Can you imagine? So Polar One AI Binance neural network algorithmic trading in action. It's real-time execution, AI-powered analysis, institutional grade. Okay. Now, this is a 22-month historical returns chart. The last 22 months, this is what the returns have been. And I'm going to circle it over here with my nice annotator. It's been averaging 21.42% per month, which is 5.35% per week. Okay. That's what the software has been doing. I'm gonna share with you what these numbers mean up here next. So these are what's called performance tiers. Okay. There's the starter tier, which you can get started for $100 USDT, cryptocurrency, right? $100 you can get started with. By the way, there's no monthly. So you can get started for $100, actually 112. I'll show you why. And that's what you can do. And then there's the basic. You can start with 500 or more, right? So starter is $100 to $499. Basic is $500 to $1,999. Advanced, $2,000. Professional, $8,000 to $25,000. Elite, $25,000. Obviously, you could see this, right? 100,000 in the enterprise. Okay. Let me go here, clear those. Next slide. So there's a one-time license fee of 10%. Okay. So let's just say you started for $100. I'm going to explain to you why you might want to start for 112. This is just kind of what we do. See the 10% fee? See that 10%? If you start with 112, that's minus 10%. So it's minus $11.20, right? That's the 10%. So therefore, you'd start with, in your trading, $100.80. You could be this way, you reach the starter minimum amount of 100. Does that make sense? So therefore, you'll start with the at $112, and again, no monthly. That's what I did, to be honest with you. And then I upped mine too. I can show you my account now too. Or, I have a buddy that's started at 500, another friend that started at 1,000, and I just got started like a few weeks ago. So there's a one-time 10% license fee on deposit. The performance fee is based on the trading tier. What that means is if I If you went to a trader, like a Wall Street trader or a brokerage, they're going to charge you a fee. This is why they exist, right? So if you say, hey, here's $1,000, go trade on Wall Street for me, or here's $100,000, or whatever it is, there's going to be some kind of fee, right? There's always going to be a fee. So that's no different here. There's a performance fee. Now, in the starter, the performance fee is 50%. So that means we get 50% of the profit and the company gets 50% of the profit. At basic, it's a 40% fee, which means we get 60%, the company gets 40%. And as you increase, you could see, I'm sorry, as the performance fee decreases, our amount increases that we keep, right? And from the profits. Okay. Now, if you see here, you notice, I'm going to circle these. As the performance fee decreases, the average returns increase. So you'll want to, once you start looking at this and realizing, you'll want to go from this tier to that tier. Now you could do that by letting the compound do it. The compounding can do that. I'll show you the compounding calculator that we get, a cool website that we get. But you can see here, and these are based on the average historical returns here. So if you're like at $470, you're going to want to up that. You may want to deposit another $30 to get yourself on average of 2.67 to 3.21. That's a big difference, right? 3.5% on in advanced, right? So that's kind of the goal. That's the goal with anyone's account, any of our accounts, right? These are the 22-month average. Like I said, the goal is to grow your balance, just like it is with your 401k or your bank account or anything else. Is what? Is to grow our balance. And so here is a monthly report. This is what they did in March. Today's April 1st. And March did 24%. So it actually did 3% more than the average. If you're in the starter, if you divide that by, if you cut that in half, was that 12.4%. So you average about 3% on $100 in the starter. So that's actually very good. I think the next slide, the next thing is a 1-minute video by Gary Vaynerchuk. Okay, now watch this video. There's a few things he says right out the gate. I want you to listen to this because he mentions AI, blockchain, and social, okay, as these major things, right? Says how technology is going to advance much quicker, faster than it did up until this point. Okay, so like the next 10 years is going to move much faster than the last 10 years. And that's expected, right? Another thing he says is like prior to the internet, these big institutions like, and I'm saying like a UBS, like a JP Morgan, they had to spend so much money just to get people's attention, where now, because of social, we can all build something and create something incredible, right? And we can reach more people quicker, and it's way more inexpensive for us to do that. So listen to this very quick 1-minute video.
Extremely interesting time where the competitive landscape is changing quite a bit because
Hold on. I don't think I have the sound shared. Let me do that. 1 second. Let me do it again. Let me go back. All right, so I think the sound will be better now. So listen to what he has to say.
we are living in an extremely interesting time where the competitive landscape is changing quite a bit because of the convergence of social, blockchain, and AI all at the same time. Obviously, all of you know that so much has changed over the last decade and how much has happened with technology. And so I think for me personally, the last 10 years of technology shifts are going to seem slow compared to the next 10. What has changed is attention used to be available to a small group of companies that had a lot of money. Prior to 1990, to get attention, you had to be a very big company and spend big advertising budgets on billboards or radio or television or direct mail or print. And basically the argument that I'm making is that the individual person now is about to build a billion-dollar corporation.
Those are big words, and we see it happening, and we see people just blowing up on social or just leveraging the internet for I mean, I'm doing it right now as we speak, right? And so let me just show you one thing, and then we're going to take a break. I'll look at some questions if there are any. I just want to show you a couple things because I'm going to show you an example. $100 starter is roughly 2.5%, right? We'll call it 2.5. 500 is 3.25%, and 2,000 is 3.5% around. Okay. So let's do this. Let me stop the share. I'm going to go ahead and look at the if there's a Q&A quick. Let me get my glasses. Okay. Jed's on the air. He says a one. I think he's a very good friend of mine and a business partner of mine. He's on the air. And so I'm not going to get into a rewards plan because here's the reality. If you, the first thing you have to do is you have to believe in what you're doing if you're going to tell anyone about it. So that's what you do first. So what I would recommend if you like what you see, just start wherever you feel comfortable, or don't start. I'm just saying we're sharing information. That's all we're doing. Okay. What I want to show you are a couple of tools that we have. And it's another one of the things I like about this program is that the tools that you can share. And if you like these tools, whoever invited you can share them with you for you to take a look at. Okay. Now, the first thing is if you're part of our team, we have a little extra to add for you if you're interested in marketing or doing a business. So this is like a funnel that I had duplicated or I have. So if you're part of the team, you'll get this as well to generate leads. All right. We'll teach you how to build a business on the internet. There's also a website, excuse me, that you get. This is like a website that has cool videos, a little about the CEO, which you can learn more about. You can go to a full presentation. If you, that's what I've done too, by the way. Like I got started. Am I sharing the screen? Is it sharing? Yeah. When I got started, I didn't tell anyone, but I started watching content. So I took in like 10 hours worth of content, right? Then you can watch the rewards plan. You can get started today. You can actually get started on your friend, whoever invited you on their website for free. You can actually start a free account right now. Just make sure it has your friend's name on it. Mine says Vince and everything here. Make sure your friends. You can go to the App Store and download the app. The app is very cool. I should have did a screen share of the app. I will on the next presentation. And you can get a duplicated site. Now, I just showed you before the numbers. Okay. Now, this is something I want to just show like the $100. This is a compound interest calculator that comes with the program that you get as a customer. Now, let's just say the $100 and it was like 2.5%, right? We showed. And over 3 years. Now, this is going to be underwhelming when I show you this. $100, the returns would be about $4,700, right? It's not $4 million, but we're talking about $100. Set it, forget it, leave it, and that's it, right? Now, I set my kids up with these accounts too, right? And what I like about this, it shows you how it grows throughout the weeks because it compounds weekly. But let's just say, one of your kids has a program like this and they put $25 a week from their job into something like this. The return's 4,700, but maybe then it goes to $50,000. So you're thinking for like, your kids or something, putting an extra, you have them become good stewards of their funds, right? Start them with 100, it's a 2.5. Even just this weekly, you could see it went from 4,700 to $50,000, right? That's called diversification. Now, let's do the $500 basic plan. Let's make this 0. And it was 3.25%. By the way, there's no guarantees. Death and taxes, I think those things are guaranteed, right? So let's just look at what the return is here. And again, set it and forget it at 3.25, $500. Now you're looking at some significant amounts here, right? $73,000. And again, we don't know that this is going to happen, just like we don't know what's going to happen with the weather, right? Past results don't dictate future results, but this has been happening. And I'm going to show you. We had a very good day today, by the way, with the program, and you can see it on the app. I'm going to show you in a second. So let's just say you started with 500, and then you did the $25 per week. Instead of 73,000, it is 185,000. That's pretty significant, right? Now, what if you participated, because there is a rewards program. I'm doing a Zoom right now. I'm not doing this for my health. All right, I'm inviting some people to take a look at this, and other people are as well. Just like mutual funds, mutual funds acquire new customers. It's what they do. And so let's just say you participated with this program and you made $100 a week with the program and you just reinvested it into this. What does that look like? Okay, so now you're looking at a half a million over the course of 3 years. Like this to me, when I look at programs like this, I'm saying this is like playing catch up. If you didn't put away, if you don't have tons of money for retirement, maybe you can do this, right? Let's look at the 2000 and we'll do zero and we'll do it was 3.75%. And let's look what that looks like after 3 years. Is did I do it? Did I hit? Oh, I hit the wrong button. Calculate. That's 623,000. That's what without adding anything to it. And let's just say you did $100 a week after you feel comfortable and you did it for a few weeks and you started building it with us. We'll help you do it. Uh, that looks like that's significant. So the power of compounding is enormous. What I like about this website, it shows you like because people want to know, well, how fast till I break even? You could see in this this would be after like 10 weeks. You'd break you'd not break even, you'd make your money's back, right? It's 10 weeks here. But what I like too is if you share this with someone, they can click here. And that's, by the way, it's coded to you and has your username on it. And it goes right back here. And they can go and they can, enroll for free. They click here, they enroll for free. Let me just have verifying the website. I'll be done in a second, guys. I just want to here verifying it. Okay. It's my webs. Oh, here. Whenever I'm doing a Zoom, my computer's slow while I'm doing it. So it may take a few seconds. But anyway, yeah, it's showing you how you could. Oh, this went to my back office. Oh, so it's good. So I'll show you while I'm in the back office, right? So my account right now is at $539. I have a $1.30 that came today from somewhere. I don't know where. But this is what's up to for trading. I wanted to show you this on the app because it looks even better on the app. But I made $4 on that money. It was almost 1% on Monday. Tuesday was a loss of 3 cents. And then today is almost $5, almost a point today. So I'm at like, what is it? It shows me I think I'm like $9 on profit from doing set it and forget it, right? So if it keeps going like that, that's pretty significant. Another one of the things it has for you to share with people if you want is the automated AI crypto trading system. Is it right for you? So you can take the free quiz. All right, I'm a beginner. It has a survey and, you just kind of go through, have someone fill it. I'm just hitting anything right now to go quick. And then it makes out a whole portfolio and suggestion of what you might want to do. Then again, it goes to watch the free videos, back to the website. So again, I like this program. It's very cool. Let me see if there's any other questions. No questions. Okay. And I wanted to be quicker. I'm sorry. It was about a half hour. I was trailing on a bit there. This is like my second presentation, so bear with me. Uh, and if anyone has any questions, get back to the person who invited you here. And if you want, we could do like a three-way call or something. We could look at more. There's a presentation. Oh, let me show you this real quick. Sorry. Is you can see here, uh, they have, where is it? Is this it? Yeah. So what I like is they have the Zoom schedule that you can watch. Like you can see tonight's Wednesday. You can see tonight at 9 p.m., which is in a half hour from now, you can watch a full opportunity presentation. Okay, where they really get way more in depth than I just did about just more about the crypto and the trading and all the stuff, right? But you can see every single day they have something going on. Two opportunities on Tuesday and Wednesday, one on Thursday, one on Monday, and then every Friday they have a training and a Q&A. So you can ask live questions and it's like 2 hours they stay on and they don't hide from anything. It's real, like I said, transparent, real open book. But this is also professional when you share this with people. You say instead of a big Zoom link that you might have seen tonight, uh, you just click, join live Zoom at the time when it begins, and you'll be brought right to that Zoom. So again, I want to thank all the folks that came on. And if anyone needs anything, then get back to the person who invited you, or you can reach out to me with the person that invited you, and we'll ask you questions. We can get you set up, whether you want to get started for the 112, and I'm not looking to downplay it. Some people say, hey, I want to get started with $8,000, $10,000. You do you. We're just sharing information. We're not guaranteeing anything, right? I think we were pretty clear on that. Again, I want to say if you're on YouTube, if you're watching this, there's a link that I'll put in the comments below that it'll take you to that funnel that I showed you here. And or if your friend shared a funnel like this, just put your name and email. And the reason we do that, we use that, is for lead generation. And it's also, I like doing it that way because I don't have to annoy people and say, hey, Johnny, what you want to check this thing out? They can like look at information. They put the info because I like to do research. They put their information in, they watch a few videos, and you'll get on an email list. You can always unsubscribe from the email list. This way you can learn about it or learn about other programs as we go on. And you do it without anyone knowing you're doing it. That's what I like doing. All right. I think I've been hopefully thorough. I hope you got some entertainment and some value out of tonight's presentation. I want to say thank you for tuning in.